Down towards the B site, Apex pops the head of the first
from control momentarily as Shox will spot that player. He has a good idea that XMS could get himself in towards, but he has bomb on his back, but shut down from
the first man to get taken down as Apex closes the distance. Scream as well added to the corpses, and it's just down to Sixer with RPK by his side.
Yeah, not much going EnVyUs' way across the map. G2 would love to keep all 5 alive until RPK shows up and finds Apex, and he's going to get a second one on Kenny S, so all of a sudden RPK finds a couple frags.
2 players already tagged quite heavily, so they could have made something work, but at this point, G2 are just posted up on that bomb.
And that's exactly what Shox and Apex are going to be doing, and they're going to get aggressive behind it. NBK is going to push up, has the pistol behind him. Shox finds one in this push as RBK, as he normally does with a P250, gets one before he falls. As Happy is spotted and should be dealt with momentarily. And Kenny S
really would allow for them to piece together the win versus Astralis. So if Kenny can...
Kenny S will get here in time, and he's about to have a party around the corner. Uninvited is the only Sixer will make him punish for it. As the Sixer tries to pick up the up and push up towards heaven. Good hold from Body and towards B. And Kenny S rotated to try to find one, then fall back to hell. Instead,
but RPK's gotten here preemptively. So if Kenny doesn't find the timing on the peak, he could get overwhelmed up close, very similarly to that last round. RPK, however, we're back to the next angle. Shox takes the next with another off peak and almost hits the flick. Happy with a headshot to Body as Shox begins to burn. He's down to 20 health, and they're split across the map.
Kenny S is going to start the work
bomb as well, so he needs to make sure he doesn't drop it, because if Apex were to get control, points of health, there's lots of CTs here. Sixer gets denied as Apex whips back round. Scream with the MAC-10 though, suddenly shuts down this threat, and Happy through the vents finds the very next. And it is just down to Apex.
I think they're going to hear Apex coming. Yeah, they just heard him drop as he's going to poke his head up.
Yet here from EnVyUs. It's Apex caught in the open as he finds one. He is done. Body with the flank, however, drops that bomb. Happy and Scream convert the opportunity into the 3v2, but here comes MBK. As he hits the dink, Scream drops to 9, and it is just Kenny S for one of these T-peaks. But it's Body with a 5 HP. And G2 now with that flash try to take the just to get shut down. However, Kenny with a headshot of his own looks for more scattered across the site.
This is going to push down from ramp, caught off from XMS's angle as Apex. On a 1v2, Kevlar AK. One player's in dark and he has the molly for it. That's going to force Sixer out. And XMS has to peek. No, he's just going to burn alive as the bomb is kind of planted for XMS, but he has to push forward to get vision on the bomb, and that is when Apex will spot him, but not in...
Kenny's going to get blocked off by the smokes, and it's the up-close positioning of Shox.
Actually, Bloom in Big Garage to deny vision for Kenny S, which allows him to get that peek and the safe peek towards Marshmallow. So that's one downside of these smokes. But they are...
Sixer trying the floor bang, but no target there.
2 rifles, plus they have a little bit of...
Yeah, it's not as though Kenny has had these kind of, crazy wild impacts yet. He's able to remove a man from silo.
And just fall back, but MDK, this is the play. He pushes into lobby unspotted. There is one player by Squeaky. As GT are kind of fishing for some straws, trying to pull some straws out of a hat.
That's going to at least give them something to play off of, but with Scream taking control room and being traded back by Body, the T side still have this advantage. As the bomb crosses towards the site, Kenny gets taken down. Body tries to find the kill, taking those early frags, right? You just avoid the AWP.
Happy. Be in a rough spot. Gets some damage. Will clean up Body, swings on the second player. As he's onto the pistols, he gets pushed, cleans up Shox. Looking for the third, and of course Happy will get it as the bomb gets planted simultaneously. Apex
based on the smoke grenades, but rather just posted on multiple angles. But he has to be cautious. Kenny's playing the opposite rafter, and he's going to have his eyes down towards the floor. Meanwhile, Scream gets his way through Mini, and XMS hits a headshot, so a 3-on-3 is what we're left with, and now it's up to Apex. He reveals himself, defends the bomb, take with that op, and the sidearm the USP. The frag grenade to prevent that peak, and the
down to the pistols. The double ops haven't been working. Hamper Kenny S's and Shox's day.
Another little headshot from RPK. This is just G2 trying to take individual duels one after another. Kenny S, the last man left. And Apex still committed to the site itself with Body by his side. Body finding that first one as the T's execute forward from Mini. Bomb draw that's left. And while he does lurk successfully, that's a big... Now Kenny S rotates over like normal, and he's able to drop XMS. So that's a player lit and a player dead. And G2 in a prime spot, but Happy lurks in.
And they abuse that fact. What's scary for EnVyUs, as clean as that was to get into the site, and a great job by Happy, they still have 3 players to deal with. Sixer gets a hole blown in front of the door, as he's going to be looking for more, and he is going to be able to get Apex. That hole in the door is going to be able to allow him to keep peeking, as now they can be up close and personal, shut down as it's all on Happy. 26 HP, as he's just going to be playing with the bomb.
Happy hide, body.
Spin pistol, now you have extra money to get the M4 into the next. Very meta.
Happy with the headshot, though, so question him not as he finds that opening advantage. XMS as well from control behind enemy lines, spots this lurk.
Upward boxes, but it looks like EnVyUs is going to try to retake with 2 members from ramp, and MBK may need some help momentarily.
Yeah, he's going to take the duel on the right side, spots the man on left. Great play from NBK from that block, but Sixer shows up and he pops ahead of his own, tapping the bomb and forcing the peek from the man in Toxic. He's going to have to tap this again as he doesn't have the kit to play off of, and he wants to win this first duel. Not going to happen.
Wow. There are no deagles, though, just some 5.7s, CZs, P250s as RPK gets the opener. XMS does his best to try to give him another man advantage, but Kenny S shutting down lobby until Scream just wide swing.
They need to just surround him and then come in from all the sorts of different angles, but Happy's doing a good job of preventing this, and he gets behind!
That was almost awkward. I don't think Scream's closing the door here, so that he's just sitting here casually. Content, but body.
Scream and RPK push themselves to the far side of heaven, and it's Apex who's looking for an opener. But that flash certainly doesn't help. Table.
Cool little noise, because it hits the door, catwalk. Peas. We're going to be tied up at 9s momentarily as soon as the bomb goes.
CZ lets Sixer down. He's just going to try to fight for the bomb site, and why not? G2 trying to turn it up towards that ramp, and Sixer hits one shot.
Away from himself. I created a little bit of
rattling towards ramp. Scream trying to take this advantage, but it's RPK to drop Kenny. Shocks to swing it back to Scream. RPK towards the site as well. Terrorist side just not peeking as of yet, though. G2 doing a good time.
You get the pistol round convert. Shock's going to make presence now towards vents. It's a little Lancy, almost shoots his teammate, but we'll clean up that player that dropped down, as there's still player in dark corner. See if that gets hard cleared, actually. It will. Scream is the last one remaining now. They clean dark.
I mean, at this point, G2, right? They're running away with rounds.
Retakes. As RPK is going to be playing top silos. Will. But again, look at Shocks walking up. I don't think he got spot. Needs some help because he's going to get pinched in from Squeaky and Heaven.
And RPK is still holding this site as he takes another one, but it's body and Shocks to find the others. So our Happy has to clutch 1v2. He's inside of the smoke. He hears the audio cue, but the flick shot's not. He burn out the far box, allow for him to focus up close, and it's there that he finds the head of XMS. Kenny S wins the op fight outdoors, and Kenny swaps the sidearm.
Yeah, this one's going to go to 13, and then EnVyUs will get a bye. As Happy can't even clean up his meal towards upper. He's doing a little bit of a dance. Get it, Happy Meal?
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you would have laughed at that one.
Swoosh.
Yeah.
Always fun to see new transitions, and it's the walkout onto the A site that gets NBK one frag, but RPK holds it himself. He's already found 2, and Sixer here to support with 2. Well, he'll just get dropped from
15 by the time we get rifles. Happy's just going to sit here. 2 openers for EnVyUs. Good for Happy as half, as they're looking like they want.
Really good spot to just, peek both left and right and engage one-on-one.
Thinking about just swinging on this corner as EnVyUs pushes into lobby where G2 are ready to actually have alert.
5 seconds, right? It's a minute 15 on the clock, and wait. If G2 themselves have slowed down the pace, it's because they're ready for those pushes. And now NBK is going to pick up. The longer they wait, the more time Happy has to flank. XMS still on the site, can't take that frag.
Smoke, flash, and a kit, but look at the position from NBK, completely caught Happy off guard. Who's going to hightail it to the site? He's banking that NBK won't wide swing, but the smoke misses. Now that's critical to force Happy off this plant and off the defuse. He has to get into the smoke, and he will as NBK. Will he spot him? And he will last set
them most of their team. Endil stays standing. Kenny S finds the opener in this one as the 26th round's upon us, and it is just pistols for EnVyUs.
They do get 2 open. And EnVyUs with just the numbers overwhelm them.
At least that one time when they had the wall of smoke, it almost worked, but this time it's a clash with nothing. RPK up close.
And XMS is not messing around. He's just going to deal with Shocks to allow his teammates to rotate. Thanks to XMS making that push in vents. And RPK allowed to rotate. as he'll find the last.
Should be in the cards, and who knows what happens. Scream's going to deal with the first pistol and the second. No, Sixer with relative ease.
Yeah, it should. As RPK is just going to sit second vent. Find a frag, RPK will drop. I think he's going to be the only one unless Shocks get some going, and he will catch Scream swapping.
Although Happy's trying to lurk behind those blue boxes, and Apex has...
comes out from G2, and Scream's got the first. He's looking for some more, needs help from RBK, as RBK can only get 2. Scream gets 1, but XMS with the flank drops the bomb, 1v2, but no. And that is going to be the play. So G2 is going to smoke off close and push into Big Rod.
But for XMS to be here mid-round, who knows? Kenny, though, with this creep, is trying to keep himself covered. XMS spots the head, but will he expect number 2? Shocks also there. And even if Shocks can come up with 1 frag, he needs all 5. This looks very realistic in the sense of overtime. But Shocksy going to put up a bit of a fight here. Takes 1, walks into his death. RPK is poised.
And immediately they get money, and they go into the double setup.
Towards spawn. Site itself. Here comes Apex walking back round, but he's
Happy towards control, is going to safely fall back, taking in G2. Running out of utility, his body gets close, only gets 1, and it's all on Kenny S, who they hear him coming now, misses the nose.
It's great for them. They're able to hold this on 3 players.
Is Happy. Look at this, XMS boosted, they don't even check it, he only gets 1. Happy, gonna try to bring it back for EnVyUs. As him and Sixer, who rotates to hell. He's gonna be able to get the bomb and just shut down G. They immediately answer back. Yeah, he's good. His hopes are about to be answered as they'll come through. He lines up 2, looking for the 3rd. XMS falls back down ramp. He is gonna get chased as Sixer tries to help him out, but XMS doesn't need help. He gets 4 kills, looking for the ace, and it is all XMS. Pull an early rotation from, they're just gonna absolutely shut it down. So now EnVyUs' attack is very one-faced, as MBK is gonna show face, and he gets 1, the second is good. Gonna get help from a player coming from ramp.
Been dropped. G2 looking like they're gonna pick up that first round of their CT side unless RPK goes big.
Kenny has to sit and hope they come around red bin.
Just need to hang on.
I don't think XMS is going to be ready for this. Yeah, back to play is safe, but XMS, who's been heating it up, takes the wide swing, is Happy. We'll bring it back, but can he hold on to Scream? That's not the case, as his teammates coming out mini.
Nuke fades. This push becomes a reality. NBK not clearing his corners, and that's where XMS will take
double up. And EnVyUs, it's the perfect play to change up the pace. Look at XMS, he's already in, and he's got 2 opener smoke. And Shocks is mollied. Launch Shocks.
This looks as though, it's done, but Shocks at least hits a hell of a shot. Gives us something to look at here as EnVyUs try to close out this round. Shocks spots another, and that's it. She's done.
What a map 1 from EnVyUs. And it's really interesting, actually, considering that they had such a good start and then G2 started to make their way back into it. It did seem like G2 had so many options to actually close or get themselves an advantage that they could have closed in regular time. But it seems like they struggled to actually find a good pacing against EnVyUs. And it seems like they almost played against themselves in that way. For example, whenever you're talking about pacing, let's say you're taking a more conventional map like an Inferno or a Cobblestone or even a Mirage, there you're looking at timings for when a team's going to push. So that's going to mean the CTs have to measure their utility much better, like when the timings they have to go for information plays a lot better. But on